looking forward to seeing Brandon again?
He'll drop me off first and then go to the hospital.
You're welcome to come to the hospital with me.
Are you sure I wouldn't be in the way?
No, of course not. So how did Sophia sound when you talked to her? Was she very upset?
She seemed relatively calm. She was probably very tired because I got the feeling that she stayed at the hospital all night. Cruz.
Yeah.
I told her we were married. I said it before she said anything about Eden. She asked to speak to you, and I just blurted it out. I hope you're not unhappy with me.
No, that's all right. People are going to have to find out sooner or later anyway.
But we said that we're going to keep it quiet for Brandon's sake for a while.
Yeah.
I did mention that to her. I asked her not to spread it around.
Well, that's cool.
Just in case you're worried that she might tell Eden.
No, I wasn't. Eden's going to find out just like everybody else. Besides, right now she's got more important things on her mind than whether you and I got married.
I was passing by. I recognized her car. And, well, I pulled over. I couldn't believe it was her. Then I saw them loading her up into the ambulance, and I'm sorry, officer, but maybe the doctors told you that my wife, she was pregnant and she lost the child in the accident. It's still so fresh in my mind.
Yeah. I understand. I'm very sorry.
Dr. Hunt, report to 3 East.
Inspector Castile? I didn't know he was assigned to this case.
He's not.
Hi.
How is Eden?
It's good news. She's fine. She's not awake yet, but she's fine.
Thank God.
You could have found all that out in a phone call. You had no reason to come all the way over here. Everything seems to be under control, Cruz.
Well, I guess I just had to see that for myself, Mr. C. Oh, Kirk. Cruz. Danny?
Inspector, Mr. Cranston arrived just after his wife's accident. I was just questioning him. Did you want to take over?
No, you go right ahead, but I would like to listen in if you don't mind. I'm very interested in what happened here.
Do you have any idea where your wife might have been going, sir?
No, I don't. I saw her earlier at home, but she didn't mention any plans for later that day.
Well, you might not be aware, Mr. Cranston, but your wife's knees were very badly scraped, and they found particles of wood in them. Apparently, she took some kind of a fall just before she got into the car.
I didn't know anything about that.
There's also the matter of blood that wasn't hers, which was found on her collar.
Yes, I can't explain that either. I assumed that when she fell, that's... I didn't tell you on the phone. Eden miscarried.
I'm sorry. So, we have reason to believe that she met with some other kind of accident before the car accident, is that it?
Looks that way.
Well, I'm going to find out what that was. I'm going to do everything humanly possible to find out.
I appreciate you doing whatever you can. I'll cooperate in any way that I can.
That's good, Kirk. I think we ought to get started right away. And since we can't talk to her, maybe we should try to reconstruct her day, retrace her steps, so to speak. Why don't you join me down at the station house for a little
Cruz,
while?
I think I'm going to stay here, all right? When Eden wakes up, I want to be the very first face that she sees. Excuse me, officer.
Dr. Kim, dial 7344, Dr. Kim.
All right, so if she was hurt before she went into the car, that would explain why she lost control. The blood on the collar, has it been to the lab?
I hear the findings.
Thanks.
Dr. Hart, CCU.
Are you a blushing bride yet?
Yes, but we're not telling anyone yet. We want to ease Brandon into the situation. We're taking our time.
Dad doesn't know, huh?
No, not yet. And Mason, I want to be the one who tells him.
I can take a hint.
Have you seen Eden yet?
No, she's still unconscious. And I imagine her first few waking moments won't be any too pleasant. You knew about the baby she was carrying.
Did she?
She lost it. I imagine she'll be devastated. Montana, don't think the worst.
What?
I know you're afraid that Cruz only married you because Eden was pregnant. Now that she isn't, you're afraid that'll change.
Mason, excuse me. Cruz?
Yeah.
Can you take me home now?
What, right now, this minute?
Yes. Now that we know that Eden's all right, I don't see any point for us to stay.
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask Eden some questions about the accident.
I need to ask you some questions, too.
What does that mean?
You know exactly what I'm talking about. The one reason, the only reason that you were able to give up on Eden was because she was carrying another man's child. Now that she's not carrying that child anymore...
Santana, nothing has changed.
You say that now.
Yeah, what happened to Eden has nothing to do with us. We're married. And I intend to stay married.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have had to say that. I shouldn't have had to ask.
It's all right.
I just love you so much. Look, why don't I just take a cab home? I'll wait for you there.
It's a good idea. I may be a while.
Okay.
Thanks.
Nurse McNeil, dial 7321. Nurse McNeil, 7321. Dr. Chris, please report to radiology. Dr. Chris.
Excuse me. Have you seen Mr. Cranston?
He just left. Is there a problem?
Oh, no. His wife seems about to regain consciousness. She's talking and repeating something.
What, is she asking to see him? I could probably catch him.
No, it sounds like she's saying Cruz, like the ship.
That's me. That's my name, Cruz.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
May I go in?
Yes, please.
Thanks.
I knew it. Knew you'd be here.